Welcome back. It's Diddy Knows Ball. I'm here with Ray. And the Lakers just got eliminated from the playoffs. They just keep it a buck. 5 games. Everybody was saying Lakers in five. Ended up being Minnesota in five. I was just want to talk to Ray because I wanted to see what's next for the Lakers from his opinion. Diehard Lakers fan. Damn near 20 years at this point, huh?
Yep.
So how you feel about losing in five to the Timberwolves and just the state of the Lakers right now, man?
I mean, it's the third season in a row where we got eliminated in 5 games now. It just makes you start looking at personnel, makes you start looking at the roster changes and what needs to be changed about the roster and what needs to be changed about whether it's some coaching that needs to be changed. I know we just got JJ, but far as just like the staff around him, is that is it so much more that we don't have the the right pieces around. So the coach, it don't really matter what coaching is if you're not getting it done on the court, or does the coaching come into effect and it's going hand in hand. But at the same time, missing open shots can't be coached.
Hmm.
It's nothing. I don't care what coach you bring in. If you're not making shots, you're not making shots. So love Austin Reeves. We have this conversation just about every year. He starts to you start to see improvement in his game every season, but the playoffs is always a different story.
Hmm.
So
So
now you, huh?
go ahead, because I was gonna say with Austin Reeves, do you now because we got to talk about post LeBron and the Austin Reeves part is interesting because I was thinking I'm like okay the way he was playing this year, Austin Reeves and Luka, that will be the because every time Luka has went far in the playoffs, he had a dynamic guard next to him, whether it was Jalen Brunson or Kyrie Irving. And we was talking like, could Reeves be that guy? And it seems like, man, he just be dropping the ball in the playoffs. So you feeling different about Austin Reeves, basically what you said.
I thought this year was going to be a little different because this is the first year where Austin Reeves had more opportunities to where he had chances to kind of either be the first or second option for majority of this season.
Mm,
Whether it was LeBron missing games, AD missing games, or even after the trade happened when it was Luka first got over there and he wasn't healthy. He had more opportunities this year than ever in his career to kind of like be a one or two. So, um, and for him to still be putting up the numbers he's putting up, I was like, okay, now we're kind of getting a full gauge of what it would look like if he had to step up in those roles. And for him to still go out there, and I think me and my dad was talking about it. I think in a sense, I think Anthony Edwards is getting into his head because the fact that he knows he's not quick enough, the fact that he knows he's not athletic enough, the
mm,
fact that his shot wasn't falling, all those things kind of played into his confidence in his own game. That's why you kind of seen where he had quarters where he had some spurts, but as a complete game, it wasn't
yeah.
looking all that well. So those are some things to look at because I know we always one thing about the Lakers, especially um, people can say what they want about LeBron, but LeBron does this a lot. It's always gonna be a scapegoat. It ain't never
Hmm.
just gonna be, oh well, LeBron could have did this. LeBron didn't do this that well. It's gonna start looking at more so of okay, let's finger point and see who else we can blame first, and see who else wasn't getting the job done. Even though two things can be true. Another teammate could be playing bad, and he can play bad too. Like that's if you play in the NBA for a certain length of time, you're gonna have some bad playoffs. You're gonna have some bad games. So um, I just felt like, in a sense, LeBron didn't play well in the fourth quarter, um,
Hmm.
in back-to-back games.
Yeah.
The key
Yeah.
game that could tie the series, and the key game that was an elimination game.
But I will say this, right? Because you know me, I'm not a big LeBron fan, but I kind of think they wore him out, bro. Because not only was he playing the five, he also was playing like 40 minutes a game, which I think was just crazy. Because
That too.
I'm gonna get your what'd you say?
I say that too.
Because I'm gonna get your opinion on this because Jackson Hayes really, in my opinion, had a solid regular season, and I wanted to see how you felt about him in the playoffs. Was it did he need to be benched in the playoffs, or should they gave him a little bit more of a chance at the five?
If I'm Jackson Hayes, I'm saying what was the difference?
Hmm.
Because I don't believe the Lakers led none that game. Well, no, they took the lead in the third, held it for a little bit in the fourth. Um, but what was the difference maker?
Yeah,
You had
you
more
just said.
shooters on the court. You had more people that could switch on the court, but you still didn't have that much of a great rebounding on the court.
Hmm.
You still didn't have nobody that could at least kind of have some paint presence in the court. Because, like you said, LeBron was probably just worn out. But the thing about the reason why I don't bring up the age argument no more, if you're gonna play, do not make any excuses once the results don't turn out to how you want it to turn out.
It ain't even no excuses. It just was mishandling. Like it is what it is. Dude, 40. He still averaged like 26 points on good shooting splits, but you know he's gonna gas out if you play him, if you overplay him. That's pretty much with anybody, but especially somebody that's 40. That's just gonna be a fact. It ain't like he was unproductive. It just he was running out of gas. And it's on you as the coach to know when and when not to play a guy depending on his gas tank, like especially somebody as productive as LeBron. Even Luka was looking like he was running out of gas, and it's just like everybody talk about Tom Thibodeau, but JJ Redick has been the most what do they call that? He played them dudes too much. Like you just
And,
can't do that.
that's also going to what's going to be interesting this off season because Lakers definitely need a bench. They definitely need a center and they need a bench.
Yeah, because
So, 'cause some of those guys that starting, if we had people playing a rightful role on the team, some of those guys that starting would be way more helpful if they was coming off the bench.
like Reaves, it, I
Yeah.
think you can't play
I
Luka,
feel like
LeBron, and
Rui.
Reaves no more.
I feel like the most underrated player on the Lakers team is Rui.
Nah, Rui definitely did his job. He in the elimination game,
I
he was
feel like if Rui get more touches, he can average more. Because the fact that he
yeah,
can average like between 15 and 17, and they don't really have plays set up for Rui. They just like, man, go out there and get open. Just
yeah.
go sit right there in the corner. Like he can drive, he can play with his back to the basket, and he can spot up.
Okay, so what's your ideal starting lineup like? With the players you got and the archetypes that you think you need. So like who? Because it's okay, Luca. I think he need a lob threat. I like Rui in the starting lineup. Uh, but like, what's the most optimal lineup going forward with Luca? Like, what do you need to build around Luca, in your opinion?
We definitely need another like a combo guard type. I feel like in the starting lineup though, and that's gonna be hard to find because shoot, Lakers ain't got
So,
nothing to offer as far as
so you
trade
d-
or as the
so
draft.
so you done with Austin Reeves in that spot?
I would prefer maybe he do need a 6 man year or a 6 man role. But I mean, at this point though, after the season he just said, I don't think there's no point in going back. So they gonna keep him in the starting five. People keep
Mm.
on talking about trading for Giannis and including Reeves and Rui and stuff in that trade. I'm like, no, put LeBron in that trade.
Bro, LeBron on his way out, right? He's definitely on. Dude is a billionaire. They was
LeBron
talking. I was
made dumb decisions.
yeah, yeah, but I don't. LeBron got to go to Milwaukee. He will walk out the door, man. He was just going to be like, man, I'm not coming back. He'll just tell Milwaukee I'm gone. But yeah, I don't think you could trade LeBron at this point. If y'all was gonna trade LeBron, it should have been like 2, 3 years ago, like I said. But nobody listened to me. Now it's three, no, 2 first round exits in a row.
Yep. I don't know who gonna want LeBron at this point. It's gonna have to be a team that he can go to where he don't have to worry about being the third option. Just about he can have games where he probably can step up and do stuff. But LeBron, even after the season he just had, I feel like LeBron really only got like one more year in him.
He do. The only thing y'all can hope for is the Cavs. A swap for him for Jared Allen, and if the Cavs lose to the Pacers in the second round, that's the only thing y'all can hope for. And be like, and everybody can sell it as you said. What?
And his farewell tour.
Mm-hmm.
His
And
all
in low key, Cleveland probably would want it because they would be like, oh man, LeBron with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and then Lakers get their live threat center that could protect.
is also pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they make the most sense if Cleveland flame out. So that's one thing to hope for. Other than that, I still think y'all good. We probably overhyped the Lakers. We low key just overhyped them because there's a lot of holes in that damn team. I was just going off Luka and LeBron, but man, they low key just got exposed by Timberwolves. Timberwolves just was a better team. This wasn't even no, oh, the Lakers should have did this, the Lakers should have did that. It's kind of like that a little bit, but then it's like, man, Timberwolves just was better. JJ Redick literally said, "I'm gonna play my best five for 2 games in a row," and Timberwolves just was better, bro. I, I don't know. I still think y'all got Luka. Y'all in a good spot. But this is what's this like the second or third year in a row where Luka was limping and hurt looking in the playoffs. Mm, mm. You still
Yeah.
confident in Luka as y'all won?
Yeah. I think now it's about him getting in shape, the best condition of his life.
Mhm.
I think
He
that's
he just always nicked up, bro.
that.
He
But
just
what's the no? I don't
mm,
think he. I don't think he properly stretched, and he come into the season and try to get into season shape in the middle of the season. I think that's what it boils down to.
mm. Well, hopefully he ain't got no Olympic shit to do. It seems like they have some Olympic FIBA stuff every year in the off season. Maybe he don't have that. Maybe he can lock in. Maybe this is embarrassing for him. When the last time Luca been bounced in the first round? I don't think he been bounced in the first round since like the Clippers days. Yeah, he ain't he been out the first round. He been ascending out there. But hmm. Well, yeah. How you feeling about JJ right now?
Definitely questionable rotations in the playoffs, but like I said, it comes down to, I mean, when you don't have all the pieces you need, especially when you're talking about you in a battle in the playoffs, it's only it's limited to what you can do as far as what you can do with your coaching. So, I mean, we can say all day long why he played this many, why he only played this many people, why he didn't play this guy. My only thing was I wish I would have seen Connect a little bit, just a little bit in the playoffs. Let me see, because he's an instant spark off the bench. He can
Hmm.
score the ball.
He didn't get none. No, he got DNP the whole playoffs, huh?
Yep.
Mm.
I want to see more Connect next year though, for sure. Because I seen him in roles where he was the second leading scorer. Some games he was the leading scorer during the regular season. It wasn't a lot of them,
Mm.
but he had a couple games. You can't go from everybody saying, "Oh, he a sleeper pick," and then you just bury him on the bench in the playoffs.
They probably was scared of the defense because you know how I feel about it. They
You
just got
playing
too.
Luka? You playing Reaves? Mix him
Listen
in
to
there
the
with some
people.
guys. Mix him in there with some guys that's some heavy defenders.
How many of them y'all got?
Finney Smith,
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt. What's
Mm-hmm.
it called? Gabe Vincent.
Mm. That's where you lose me. Vanderbilt and Finney, but Gabe Vincent kind of was. Gabe Vincent was just. I think Gabe Vincent is just an absolute disappointment. From the moment he signed up until now, he should have been way better. Like I don't get if he was what he was in Miami, y'all just would have been a better team. I didn't even see that heart and hustle grit from Gabe Vincent. Maybe because they didn't have the ball. He didn't have his ball in his hands. Did he have the ball in his hand a little bit in Miami?
A little bit, yeah.
But it's pretty much the same role, right? This pretty much was the same role he had in Miami, wasn't it? Or was it different?
A little bit different because they didn't have a Luka or LeBron on their team, so they wasn't that ball dominant on the Miami Heat.
Mm. That's kind of what I felt. I kind of feel like Gabe Vincent had the ball a little bit more. Uh,
He had a chance to kind of play backup point.
he averaged 13 points. Uh, let's see, he only shot 40% from the field, 38% from three in 22-23 playoffs. But if they would have got 13 and 4 out of Gabe Vincent like the Miami days, who knows? But mm-mm. So who you want to stay? Who you want to see go?
Keep Dodo, keep
Mm-hmm.
Rui, keep Reeves. Well, the net they gotta keep because he on contract. He on his rookie contract still. Um, I don't mind Jackson Hayes just as a backup though. He shouldn't be your starting center. That's another thing. You asking too much out of guys who not in their normal role. You hoping that they
Yeah.
step up, but the only time a step up is really just valuable or can be you can kind of notice it is it when the person that's ahead of them is going to be gone temporarily.
Hmm.
But when you got rid of AD, that was a permanent move. So it's like now we need you to permanently be in step up mode, and that's just hard to ask from somebody who's normally just an energy guy.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if it's like, okay, Reeves, we need you to step up. Okay, I expect Reeves to step up. But when you asking a guy that's literally going out there, hey man, we just need you to get rebounds and just hustle. What you want me to step up to? Like, so I mean, of course you're gonna have games there because now you're getting utilized a little bit more in the regular season where you might have some like, man, I ain't never seen Hayes play like this.
Yeah.
Anything over 10 points is just like, whoa, Hayes did this because he's not. That's not what you asking from him. And then it's like you say, when you playing in the playoffs, people are scope like putting you under a scope.
Hmm.
Now they can actually, okay, this dude does this. When he's coming off this screen this way, when he sets the screen on this side, when he's waiting in this corner, like they're noticing tendencies now. So now they can minimize your game if you already have a minimal game in the first place.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's why he was kind of unplayable at one point because it's like you're not an offensive player. Um, I mean you athletic, but it's they're not actually like, hey man, we about to set up a whole bunch of lives today for Jackson Hayes. It just wasn't happening because that was getting shut down quick.
Um, I think y'all just would be better if y'all had a better center. Maybe if that Mark Williams deal went through because Luca needs that takes some pressure off him on both sides of the ball. It take pressure off him when because now he has an outlet to throw that lob. and then he has a guy if somebody just blow by his ass that could protect the rim. So because Luka's assist was down. What he averaged like 37 and 5 assists for Luka. That is whew, that is not Luka like. So that missing lob threat on a consistent basis for him, that was a big deal. But I still think y'all in a good spot. This was year I didn't expect after the trade, I had serious doubts. It just y'all overperformed and then they created expectations because they are the Lakers. But I told you when you said it 5 games, I was real life like, man, slow down. This is a tough series because of the athleticism and depth of the Timberwolves, and they was on the rise. Like they had a good last month of the season. I don't know if you want to talk about anything about the Timberwolves, but did you see anything different from what you expected to what you seen just from the matchup perspective?
Julius Randle had an all world performance. That's the best I ever seen Julius Randle in the playoffs in his career.
Yeah.
That's the one standout.
Mm. So yeah,
What
I ain't gonna
what
stunt. Yeah,
he
right.
should that's the biggest question. Is this the new Julius Randle, or did he just have more of a battery put into his back because he was playing his former team? This is his
Hmm.
first playoff series since being traded. He knows, like, okay, I'm being put under a telescope right now. People are waiting to criticize me. People are waiting to just prey on my downfall in a sense.
These
Or
are
is
his first 3 playoff series. These are the stats. First year in New York, 18, 12 and 4, but he shot 30 from the field, 33 from three. Second year in New York, 17 points, 8 rebounds. He shot 37 from the field, 26 from three. And then this current year, these 5 games against the Lakers, 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, but he shot 48 from the field, 39 from three. So yeah, way better. Like you said, all world year for him. Mhm. So you were saying that just it was just the Julius Randle. Gobert had a crazy game, but that was just one
Yeah, that closeout game was crazy.
game.
Gobert went from averaging like 11 points in this playoffs to having 20 and 20 is crazy.
And it was like he literally was popping off the screen. Like he was like actually dumb. Oh, it was hilarious. And it's crazy because me and White Boy Chris was just arguing about that hooping show. I'm like, bro, Rudy, this is not the series for no Rudy Gobert. And then for him to come out and have a game like that, of course, it happens like that. Anybody I talk shit about immediately goes off. Literally.
I mean, it was only one game though. Anyway, he just if he did it the whole series, then I'd be like, yeah, okay. But it was literally,
So,
I mean, the closeout game is crazy, but still, it's just one game out of five.
yeah. And Julius Randle was pretty. So, if you had to say who was the MVP of the Timberwolves, you say basically Julius Randle.
Uh, no, I'll still give it to Ant.
Still give it to Ant. Okay. And Ellis was dreadful. Close.
I
That
mean,
boy,
they was doubling him all game.
man,
You could tell when the Lakers came out, they was like, man, your team gonna have to beat us because we are nah. He wasn't
man,
even looking to score in the first half, and he still finished with 12 points.
man, this nigga went 0 for 11 from three. That shit is nasty. He still, I think he done developed his game, his overall game. We talked about it, but now if he's not scoring, he still could have a solid game, and
Yeah,
that didn't used to be the case.
facilitating. He was still playing great defense. Um, so yeah,
Is this the type of series? Because now he done knocked off KD in the first round. Because it was KD and Booker. You had an old star and a young star. Then now it's Luka and LeBron, old star, young star. Is Anthony Edwards becoming the guy? on the come up. Has in your brain has he surpassed Tatum and Luka in terms of oh man that next young guy?
Mm, Tatum just won a championship, and then last year Luka was in the finals. Um, so I mean, I don't think he surpassed neither one yet. If anything, you can say he just about on a he creeping he creeping up on their tier. It just depends on how he finishes this playoff run, though. I
He's
mean, he made a Western Conference Finals last year.
mm-hmm,
They always say this your season is a failure if you go back versus going
mm-hmm,
at least going to where you went the year before or above. But if you don't at least go to the Western Conference Finals, how can you say okay I'm on the same tier as somebody who
yeah,
just got finished winning the finals and another guy who's been to two Western Conference Finals in a finals and you haven't been to a finals other than probably
okay.
attending one.
Would you put him over Shea right now? Just right now.
Shea is possibly gonna win MVP. You can say that he had a better first round, but to say he's just better, nah, I can't do that.
Okay.
Shea had an
You know,
MVP year 2 years in a row,
I just had to ask. I just had to ask.
and then Shea ended up. I mean, Shea lost to Luka last year, so he lost somebody who we all thought was better. And
Hmm.
like he lost somebody that we was like, oh, Shea, you goes, man, come on, man, you can't
And he
lose.
was going blow for blow. His team just ain't show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we just overrated the Lakers this season. I like what I've seen in terms of they got the skeleton of what could be a great team to build around Luka. They got a few pieces. They got some stuff to add. Now, if something like this happened next year, it's not gonna be no excuse. But this year was year one. You got a Mark Williams trade that got rescinded. So for the skeleton of a Luca team that you just created on the fly for them to end up getting the third overall seed in the West. Um, I wouldn't call this. I would call this still a disappointment, but I wouldn't call this a bust. Like you seen the memes with Nico Harrison, they were saying like Nico Harrison looking like and talking about yeah, I told y'all they said they sold the Lakers a lemon. Like I don't believe none of this stuff. I still think this was a trending in the right direction for the Lakers. It just going out in round one is always tough. But the Timberwolves, I thought they was underrated going into the playoffs. So yeah. Any final thoughts?
Mm, basically, um, the grind starts now. Like
Yeah.
like Kobe said after they got knocked out back in the day, you got to work to exhaustion now. You got to get
Mm.
better. Be ready for the next season.
So you
Before, I
go.
think the Timberwolves, whether they play the Rockets or Golden State, if they
Yeah.
don't get to the Western Conference Finals, I don't know.
I was thinking about that because
Especially if they play the Rockets, I feel like they should definitely kill them.
do you think it would be better for the state of the league going forward if both Curry and LeBron get knocked out the first round now? I know it won't be better in the short term, but in the long run, is it more beneficial to the league to see these young guys coming up instead of just making it about LeBron and Steph all the fucking time?
I mean, every era of basketball goes through this, where you want to kind of start seeing the new talent, but it ain't something that is handed to you. You got to take it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Jordan didn't just go to Magic and Bird and say, "Man, can y'all just please can y'all hand me the torch now?" He took it from them.
Yeah.
Like he won in '91, he won in '92. You go overseas, you start practicing for the Team USA. You beat them so bad in practice that they literally look at each other and say, This his league now, bro.
Mm,
Like it wasn't something like where, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, but when we meet up, I'm gonna show you the difference.
mm,
A lot of these young guys is not showing the difference. They still letting people that's been playing basketball for 10 plus more years than they been playing. Cause some of these guys, they really only been playing basketball probably since middle school and up.
mm,
So some of these guys don't even have a full 10 years of playing basketball, like actual basketball knowledge on their mind. Some of these young guys, and if they do, they
mm.
probably got just about 10 years. Then you got guys like LeBron who been playing basketball for longer than some of them been alive,
Hmm.
and he's still competing with them. Curry been playing basketball so long. Some of these guys is in the league. They weren't alive yet when he first started playing basketball. They
Yeah.
weren't alive yet. And he's still out there outperforming some guys. Like, have we seen other than game two? What game has Jalen Green outperformed LeBron? I mean, Curry.
Nah, you're right. You're right. Jason Green has really kind of been kind of terrible, but we all seen that coming. But nah, I feel you on that. So okay, best case scenario, you think the second round matchup will be Timberwolves and Warriors, or would you which one would you rather see? Timberwolves Warriors or Timberwolves Rockets? You want to see Ant take down Steph?
Go ahead. You take out
I
all the old heads one at a time.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I just think the Timberwolves, for some reason, it'll be a better matchup with the Rockets. I think they both athletic and they both kind of questionable in terms of decision making. I think they'll make for more of a fun series. Am I crazy?
Mm, just gonna be a super inefficient one.
I think the Warriors get bounced by the Timberwolves in 5 games, man. Probably a possible sweep.
What do you think the Rockets gonna do?
I just think the athleticism, the matchup, they match up well with them 1 through 5. The games have been close. Let me look up. Let me make sure though. Uh, but I think the Lakers. I mean the Rockets in Minnesota. They've been kind of fighting hard this whole season. Let me see. Uh, Rockets versus Timberwolves. I think they matchups have been pretty. So Timberwolves versus Rockets 2024 through 25. Let me make sure. Yeah, they split. I think because they Timberwolves won December 27th. Uh, Timberwolves won on February 6th. Rockets won on February 21st. Rockets won November 26th. So yeah, they 2-2. They play 4 times this year and they 2-2. I'm telling you, bro, there's gonna be it could potentially be just a more fun series. Young team versus young team, athleticism up and down. I don't want to see Warriors, bro. Them niggas already banged up and hurt. Like that's one thing with these old teams, right? These niggas just be banged up and hurt. You didn't be feeling bad for them.
Huh.
Because we did that with LeBron. And I'm like, oh man, he's old, man. He done hit the flow hard 4 times. Curry is hitting his finger. They literally talking about changing the
How
rule
Houston been playing though? Do they deserve to get to this next round?
if they can come back and win. Hell yeah.
I can
'Cause
say could Fred Van Vliet this say today last game for sure.
the thing with them that they changed last game is now they playing more of athletic youthful basketball. You not finna beat Golden State in a half court game, a execution game. We just finna beat y'all up and outrun y'all. And somebody besides Jimmy and Steph gonna have to win the game. And I just think The Warriors just kind of, bro, they kind of suck, bro, for real. It's they got Curry and Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, and we just know these dudes. But they got Pajimski, they got Quentin Poe, they got a whole bunch of dudes I just don't want to see no more. I don't want to see that. Like they
Post
getting
okay, Dempsey okay,
they okay, but man, Rockets
but if you just
Timberwolves
want
is gonna be a better series, huh?
if you just want to see Rockets because they got young, athletic guys, you gonna be disappointed because, like I said, on a consistent basis, when you just watch them, it's like, do y'all know how to play basketball?
I
They
think
be
that's
out
what
there playing schoolyard basketball.
I think that's
Like
what
let's
make
just
it
run,
fun
let's
against
just
the
throw the
Timberwolves.
ball out there and just go play.
That's what make it. That's what will make it fun. They say
But
your athletes versus my athlete. Timberwolves
but
go
Tim,
execute better, but
I don't know, man.
it's a tougher matchup defensively. You look at the Lakers in the
That's
Timberwolves.
a that
Lakers,
if we
huh?
been if I'm gonna be all the way factual, that's a potential sweep. It don't matter who they play though out of those two. It's a potential sweep.
Oh, okay. You just would rather it be Golden State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who on Houston is gonna elevate Anthony Edwards' legacy if he eliminate them?
No, you right. No, you for sure right. You for sure right on that.
Eliminate Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Curry, all in, especially just you ain't got to mention those guys. If I just eliminate Curry, I just eliminate LeBron James, arguably the greatest player of all time. I eliminate Curry, who they trying to input into the top 10 of all time, and it's not even an argument. He's the greatest shooter of all time,
No, you right.
the greatest impact of the era that I play in. Come on
Okay.
now.
Okay. Real quick. Predict your second round bracket. You see it on the screen, and then we can get up out of here.
Second round, I got Thunder and Clippers,
Mm-hmm.
and then Timberwolves and Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the East, I
We
think the
already got
Knicks
that.
gonna come out.
Okay. So
I'm
you got
I got um I'm gonna say that
okay.
for another day as far as who I feel like gonna make it out of that
Yeah.
second round.
All right. That's a bit. So you got Thunder's Clippers, Timberwolves, Warriors, Cavs, Pacers, Celtics, Knicks. I have Thunder, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Rockets, of course, Cavs, Pacers, and Celtics
Wait, did I say the
versus
Clippers?
Knicks. Yeah, you said Clippers.
Oh man, I mean Nuggets. I'm tripping. I'm like, hold on a second.
Okay.
Something didn't sound
Come,
right.
come and say you showed
I
this
ain't
switch
saying
up.
I ain't saying. I still think it's going seven though.
I do too.
'Cause
Uh,
I think Clippers gonna push that envelope.
I don't know if they win tonight though. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I don't know if he goes seven though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
After that performance from
Yeah, and it's like,
um
damn, you
whatever.
Jamal Murray. It's like, damn, y'all couldn't beat the Nuggets with Nikola Jokic went 4 for 13, and then y'all couldn't do nothing with Jamal Murray. It's just like, woof. Westbrook back. I don't know.
And
Cash
Murray
Pacers.
playing like that though. Nuggets is a different team.
We talked about that. We was like, man, and it's crazy. Everything we talked about, that shit end up coming into play at some point. But we was like, man, if Murray, people forget the way Murray played in a finals run made the Nuggets literally. This is a clear cut. We all picked them to win the championship this year. Clear cut. If Murray was the Murray that we've seen in previous playoffs, they are legit contenders. You had the best player in the league and potentially the best second option that's playoff wise in the league. Like we literally comparing them to a Shaq and Kobe type situation. So mm, he probably had a top five performance in the whole playoffs, huh? At this point, right?
Top
Had to
three.
be top three. Yeah, had to be. We would say, then you kicking who you kicking out, Kawhi or Jokic?
You
Because it
said
was
wait,
at
what?
because you had to kick out somebody because it was a Jokic game, it was an Ant game, and it was a Kawhi game, and now that Jamal Murray game. So now you got to kick. Yo, who's your top three performances? Let me look up the exact stat because I know Jokic had a because Jokic had that 36, 21, and 8 game. That's fucking crazy. 36, 21, and 8. And that was that game two? I think that was game two. No, game three. Anthony Edwards had that. Let me see. Anthony Edwards had that 43, 9, and 6 game. Oof. 43, 9, and 6. Kawhi had the 39, 5, and 3 game, so he might have to get up out there. Jamal 43,
What was
7,
on
and 5.
Wise was just how efficient he was. He only missed 3 shots.
Hmm, that's
He
true.
started off the game. I think at one point he was like 10 for 10 or something.
Nah, Kawhi was going off. But if you had to, so you would eliminate Jokic basically,
No,
the Jokic game.
I was saying that's what was just so impressive about Kawhi's game. It wasn't so much as like, oh, look what else he was getting done. Like it was just like more so just how efficient his scoring was.
You know, because you had Jamal Murray game. What was it game five? One, two, three. Jamal Murray game five. He had 43, 7, and 5. Three steals and a block. 8 for 14 from three. 65% field goal percentage. 17 for 26 and a 43-point game. Only shot one free throw. That's ridiculous. What was it? Kawhi game one, two. That was Kawhi game two.
Hmm.
Um, 39, 5, and 3. He had two steals and a block. 15 for 19, 78, 79% for the field. Anthony Edwards, what was that game? One, two, three, four. Game
All the
four.
games was efficient. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. But see,
They
Anthony
took a
Edwards,
lot of shots.
yeah. Anthony Edwards, 12 for 23, 52%. 5 for 10 for 3, 43, 9, and 6, and a block. But it's just the gravity of that game. It just felt like that, which is crazy. Um, Jokic 56%, 14 for 25, 50% from three. That was game one, two, three, four. Game four, 36, 21, and 8 is crazy. Two
He have a
steals and a
30
block.
point game. It ain't no
That's
debating that.
36, 21, and 8. He almost had a 30-20 triple double. Uh yeah, hey, bro. That nigga Giannis had a 30-20 triple double in an elimination game. And it's just like, man, what more can you do? This nigga had like 30, 21, and like 11. And it's like, what more can he? Okay, before we get out, how do you feel about Giannis' last 3 years of his career? Because me and White Boy Chris damn near compared that shit to Kobe when Kobe was going through his phase of just, this is probably the best player in the league, and he's out of here early. Do you see the correlation? Because they had something to do with his meltdown, in my opinion. Giannis lost 3 years of his prime, 3 years to actually pursue a championship. Because there's no doubt he's the second best player in the league, huh?
That's why it's time to get up out of there.
I just think it's just been bad luck, bro. I still think if the Bucks had everybody fully healthy, because you had the Dame injury, the Bobby Porter suspension, Cal Kuzma being ass that we didn't expect him to be this bad. So it just a whole bunch of it just was bad luck, bro. I guess you can get out of there now, but you still lost that 3 years of your prime. You still lost 3 years.
That's
You
why he
went
can
from
go to
being
a team now where he can kind of get it back. So he don't have to be. I mean, I gotta be this guy all the time.
it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. Like that one team superstar, I won't ever view it the same. It'll never be the same though. Like because we never got to really see. You see what I'm saying? Like even when Jokic lost them couple years when Jamal Murray was injured, it's like I want to see what can you do with a team built around you organically. I just want to see it. Just like with Kyrie and Anthony Davis now. I just want to see it. I want to see if you are who you say you are with a team built around the first, second, third best player in the league. How far can you take them? I think that's one of my favorite part about watching the NBA because once you start getting these manufactured teams, it's like okay, I get why you left. I get why you teamed up with woo woo woo. But it's just like it don't hit the same. That's just my only thing with Giannis. We lost 3 years of him legit getting a chance to prove he's the best player in the conference. We seen when Middleton went down and it was him versus them Celtics, and it was like he damn near beat them. And it was just like that's what I like. And you say, yeah, that's a better team, but can you as the better player, or can you really equalize this? I thought he had a chance to be the great. He's by far and away the best player in the East, bro. It's not even close. It's not close. And I'm just saying that in itself should be an advantage. But yeah, I don't know. What's your top landing spots for him before we get up out of here?
What's my what?
Top landing spots for him. Where do you want to see him go if he leave?
Well, I already mentioned two spots. One I was talking about yesterday. When I seen that post, I was like,
Spurs.
that's gonna be interesting.
I don't like the Spurs though, because now you got De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, Giannis. Maybe, maybe. I don't know. I guess it's that's kind of ugly to me, bro. I don't know why.
That'd be the new Twin Towers.
Nah, for sure. And then Wemby could finally have an excuse to stay his ass on the perimeter.
Hmm.
But hey, that wouldn't be a terrible fit. Fox, Wimby. I want to see what Wimby can do with just Fox though. First, I low key just want to see what he can do with just Fox. Because if okay, fully healthy, if you got Wimby, Fox, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, all them dudes, you should at least get to the playoffs. I don't give a damn. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. If you can't get to the playoffs or a high seed play in, I don't want to hear it, bro. We got to be able to see what Wimby can do without extra super duper help, bro. I'm just saying. Okay, so but you said Giannis on the Spurs. It's not bad, but I'll be personally upset. Uh, a Sengun and Jalen Green swap and go to the Rockets.
But you say, wait, what?
Sengun, Jalen Green, and probably Reed Shepard or Cam Whitmore and some picks, and him go to the Rockets.
So Rockets gonna be in full rebuild. That's you saying give up all them?
Man, Sengun and Jalen Green, bro. You still would have a Amir Thompson. You still have Jabari Smith, Tari Eason. Jalen Green and Sengun not as important as people think they are. They
I
role
just feel like
players are better
I
than
just
them.
feel like he gonna be on the same level the Bucks are because now you on the West. Is that team good enough to compete in the West with
Ime
the Nuggets,
Udoka,
the healthy
yeah.
Clippers, Thunder? Who the
You
star
probably have to
power?
bring somebody else in, huh?
I can say he gonna have to definitely bring somebody else in because you start talking about the star power that the West teams got that are contenders. He gonna if he's out there struggling with the Pacers, Thunder, the Thunder. No, I'm just like the
No, I
Pacers
feel
are
you.
the Pacers are what can I compare them to? He's in a different weight class than a Thunder or a
No, I feel
Nuggets.
you. I
So
feel
it's
you.
like
I don't know, but the Spurs. But I guess you would have Wimby and Fox and Vassell. Well, you probably have to trade Vassell, but. Wimby and Fox. Giannis, Wimby, and Fox. Yanni, it'll be Giannis, Fox, and Wimby, motherfuckers. But I guess that probably is probably the better place. They could probably do a good package. You have to give up Castle and Vassell though, but they wouldn't give a damn. Uh, okay. That was the only spot you really could think of.
Yeah, or the Lakers.
Oh my god, how would y'all get him? How?
I don't know.
See, nah, hell nah. Don't start that. Don't not start that. Man, you just made me mad. But you got anything else on the playoffs so far this year before we get up out of here?
Mm,
Cavs Pacers real quick. How do you see that? Real quick.
I picked the Pacers. I don't know
Why
pick the
though?
Pacers.
Why though? Because
Y'all
I
got to
remember you
see.
said that.
Y'all got to see that the Cavs are frauds, man.
I think they frauds too, but they not that big of a fraud.
I just
Losing
think
to
I think
huh,
people
go ahead.
underestimating the Pacers though. A
I
lot
think
of
they
people
are to a
don't like
certain extent.
Halliburton. A lot of people still don't think they got the depth or whatever. Man, I don't know.
Can I tell you why I don't believe the Pacers could beat the Cavs? Because Halliburton would really, really have to score out his body to win that series. Siakam is getting clamped. I'm sorry. And I think you will have to supplement some of the missing scoring that Siakam gonna have. This is a 16, 17 point per game series for Siakam. It's gonna be real tough on him to score. You got Mobley and Allen. I think it's gonna be real tough for him to score. And they're gonna need Tyrese Halliburton's points
But the thing
because
is, though, it's gonna be one on one whoever guarding Siakam. Because if they try to play the paint, Turner gonna be killing them from the three. So you gonna they're gonna have to be forced to play him one on one, and this is what's
Mo
gonna happen. We've seen time and time again. We done seen some defense player of the year guys when they got to play certain matchups for a full series. How comfortable are you with Mobley having to guard a guy who can come from the perimeter all series? I ain't talking about just for a couple possessions. I'm talking about the whole series. Are you comfortable to say my defense player of the year guy can lock you down in the paint and on the perimeter for a whole series? Do you feel like you're comfortable enough to say those words?
Mobley on Siakam, yes. Allen on Turner, yes. Yes, I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Both from the perimeter, and
Okay.
I think that's
We don't see more of Siakam and Turner stepping up in the playoffs than we have of Mobley and Allen. I'm just saying that's all I'm gonna say.
no. You got a valid point, but I think in terms of defense, Mobley and Allen will step up on defense before they will on offense. Maybe offensively they'll
So
have some
Allen, so
trouble.
Allen or Turner on the three.
Yeah, Jared Allen is real, bro. He's one of the most underrated center defenders all around in the game. He can actually guard the perimeter pretty damn good. Jared Allen got some good feet. No, well, no, hold on. He got good feet.
Interesting, man.
And that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a good series, but I'm saying, do you think Halliburton? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Do you think Halliburton could score with Donovan Mitchell? That's what it's gonna come down to, right? Can he score with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland?
Darius Garland, I think he can.
But he's
But
gonna have to go against both of them,
Donovan Mitchell should be the leading scorer of this series.
and that too. But I think Nimhard and I don't know if boy
But
came
that,
back. What's
that's
his
but that's
name?
like saying before because y'all said it's the same story. It's just a different it's just different characters in the story. Y'all said the same thing about the Bucks. Who gonna be able to match up with Giannis? Scoring wise, nobody on Bucks matched up with him. Nobody. I mean, on Pacers, nobody was close to matching up with a Giannis. And Donovan ain't nowhere near no Giannis scoring. Nowhere near it. So if you think he about to be more of a threat than Giannis was, I'm not too worried about if Halliburton gonna match him point wise. I'm not looking for that.
But if you think about it
He's
though,
probably gonna impact scoring more than both of those guys. Because guess what? I'm gonna average more assists than you guys, and I'm probably gonna be in the ballpark of what you're averaging scoring wise, Garland, if not more. So I'm a. If you want to add an assist, he probably is gonna average more points than Donovan Mitchell. So I'm gonna average at least
if they
nine
come
to 12
on,
assists.
so Siakam averaged 20 in the first round. I think that's gonna come down. Who else was killing for them? What was Nimhard doing? Nimhard had a pretty good first round. But see, he was only. But see, he was. Nah, he only 10 points. Uh,
He had
mm,
games where it's like okay, he stepped up his game. Before like for what they actually get for him on a consistent basis, he'll gonna give you like 10, 13 points. He might have that one
Hall-
game where he go for 20 something.
Halliburton was 18 and 12, 42 from the field, 27 from three. That's not gonna be good enough to beat the Cavs, bro. He got to have a better scoring series. I just can't see him just nah. He got to have a better scoring series because Siakam was at 20. He was a leading scorer. Siakam had 20. Miles Turner was at 16, 16 and 7, and he shot 48 and 30, 39, pretty much 40 from the three. I don't think Siakam and Turner is gonna have it as effective as a series as they did first round. That's what it's gonna come down to. Is can Tyrese Halliburton, if Siakam and Turner take a step down, can Halliburton take a step up offensively, which he should because they perimeter defense is not that great. It's gonna be on the it's on, and I'm gonna say it's on the full backcourt. It's on the full backcourt of the Pacers, and that's where my question lies because we haven't seen Tyrese Halliburton offensively just 100%. I'm giving you 25, 25 and 10. He needs 25 and 10, 25 and 8, something like that. For the whole series, the play's gonna have a chance. If not, Cavaliers getting them boys out of there in 5 or 6. That's just where I'm at with it. But we pretty much did an hour. We can get up out of here. I'm not gonna talk you off the Pacers. You ain't gonna talk me off the Cavs, man. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell too. You got to give me about 28 the whole series, man. But yo, Ray, man, thanks for joining me, bro. Talk about the future of the Lakers. I know that was a little painful because you said Lakers in 5, and they literally got the opposite. That's crazy. But
I seen Shannon talking about so no, I said they was gonna lose in five. I stood on mine. I still said the Lakers was gonna come back. People want I
shit.
mean,
Go ahead.
what you say?
I
You
was
about
just
to
say
say
Shannon Sharp said he was finna. He was trying to say the Lakers was gonna lose in 5.
yeah, like that's what I meant. I was like, you a phony.
Phony for sure. But what you was saying?
But no, man. I'm a true Lakers fan. Like a lot of these guys just hopped on the bandwagon once LeBron got there.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell, 24, 4 and 3. He shot 48 from the field, 46 from three. Donovan Mitchell was going off, but it was Miami. He was supposed to go off, right? So
I
nigga
mean,
averaged
y'all lying when I say
28. Bro, Donovan Mitchell averaged 28 from the in the playoffs. 58 games, 28 points, 44 from the field, 37 from three, in 58 games in the playoffs. Bro's a monster, bro. Averaging 28 in the playoffs ain't, come on, Ray. 58 games, that's not nothing. Like,
having
the
back
hate.
to back stinkers. One of those years you can come on, man.
Back to back stinkers. Oh, I'm sorry. A
Last year
stinker.
he signed
Back to back.
his first
Yeah,
year.
the back to back stinker years. It was 26 and 23 points per game.
Donovan Mitchell said, went to the NBA office, they headquarters, and said, "Y'all keep me far away from Jalen Brunson."
But all right, man. This your boy D Knows Ball. That's Ray. We out, man. What is it? Oh.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.